These are my top 5 Shark Tank disappointments. First up, we have the cheese chopper. Now, if you're aiming to cut the cheese, this one definitely stinks. The claims are that it's a cheese grater that will store, slice, and shred cheese all in the same container. It reduces the need for plastic wrapped containers or cheesecloth. It doesn't go in this way, so I'm gonna have to put it in this way. Ah, there we go, look at this. Okay. It's a very fat piece there. Not bad. The thickness is okay. That's what we got. Not too bad. They're not falling off, but I'm still going. I don't care. I'm gonna keep going. What we got here? Wow. It's not awful. I mean, it works. Is it ideal? Is it optimal? Probably not.
It's a little tough to press down on. Those are my first 2 cuts. So not too terrible if you get at it from like, I wouldn't do this sitting down ever. If you see right here, there's a lot of like wiggle room on this. Yeah. So I mean, even with artisan cheeses, you're gonna be dealing with getting like little weird spears like that. This is a triple cream brie from the Rhone Alps in France. As you can see, it's a goopy guy. So I have no idea how this is going to behave. I have no idea what's going to happen. Yes. Oh, okay.
And then back it in there. Oops.
Oh, she thick though. Oh, wow. Just really crushed that.
They call this next product the salad sling, but after seeing greens fly around on the TV show, it should be more like salad fling. Here is the salad sling as seen on Shark Tank. All right, so the first thing I do is take these 2 handles, yes, and the 3rd one, and the 4th one. Bailey's on the standby in case something drops, she's gonna grab it. But hopefully that doesn't come to that. That's, okay, well that's easy enough. Is that really gonna work? All right, is that 10 seconds? I'll keep going. All right, that was at least 10 seconds, probably more than that. The next step is to lay it flat and pat dry to remove any remaining droplets. Okay, well it doesn't seem like it's much drier. Let's see. That's not too bad, really. I mean, there's a little bit of moisture on there, but I can see how a lot of it got on the bottom layer here. All right, this is a little bit different technique than the salad sling. Okay, look, my towel is holding the same amount. Roll the towel up. Give it a little pat. You can kind of play a song here, play the piano. Now we unroll it. You definitely see some droplets still on there. It's pretty dry, not bad, pretty dry. And now the towel technique that I just did, it's also about, I'd say about the same. I don't see a huge difference. There's a few droplets here and there, but really it's not a huge difference. Now the sleep pod supposedly swaddles you as you sleep, but to me I felt like a nightmare trapped inside of a burrito. Bathroom runs? Forget it. Being trapped in a cocoon is not my ideal way to sleep. They say it simulates being hugged and it has 4-way stretch material that compresses and calms. Let's see how easy this is here. Oh, pretty easy. It feels like a really thin sleeping bag. That's what that feels like. Then they showed the users going onto the bed like this and lifting up. Your arms inside of it or outside of it. They say also you're supposed to take, I think, a week to 10 days to get used to it. It's about the thickness of a sheet, and they have this opening down the bottom you can put your feet out, which is easy enough. It is kind of stretchy. If you got to get up in the middle of the night, do some business, they're kind of showing someone lifting it up and you can walk around. Do I really want to walk around like that? I don't know. Now, I spent much of the last week trying to figure out what word would best describe being in the sleep pod. They used the word swaddled, which I guess some people might agree with that. But in my case, I came up with the word tangled. I feel like I'm tangled up in the sheets. Like, get me out of here. I feel tangled. And I feel less tangled now, but my feet are still tangled. Get me out of here. So I think the moral of the story is that one man's swaddle is another man's tangled. Next up we had the Phoozy Apollo II, which to be fair did pass some of my tests, but it failed the most important one here in Vegas, which is the heat test. My phone was actually hotter in this product than if I just left my phone out alone in the direct sunlight. All right, this is the Phoozy Apollo II. It's currently an Amazon's choice on Amazon. It was also featured on Shark Tank. They say it offers cold, heat, and flotation protection. 95%, 6:28 a.m. 30 minutes later, 52%. So I'm opening a game for 1 minute. Oh, look at the screen. It's kind of got a delay. Oh, there's actually a layer of ice on the screen. It cannot be good for the phone. After 3 minutes, we are down to 46%. 7:44 a.m., 95%. All right, here we go. 30 minutes later. Ooh, 92%. That's what I'm talking about. The phone is about 20 degrees warmer than it without the sleeve. The 3-minute mark, 91%. All right, here we go. Same spot. We'll leave it here for exactly 30 minutes. It's warmer outside now. All right, 30 minutes. Let's check it out. It's ouch. I really don't see much of a difference, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be much cooler. It's not. All right, here we go, 9 feet. Oh, that sounded rough. Oh, I would say that it passed the drop test with flying colors. I'm actually kind of impressed by this. They don't claim that it's waterproof, and it's not, but it does float. So at the very best, it performed on par with just leaving the phone out. But do you really need a product for that? I'm not really that sure. And finally, if you're looking for a next gen can opener, keep scrolling if you see the draft top. It's more of a liquid splasher than a lid popper. And it has a learning curve that's as slow as using the product itself. It looks kind of like one of those hands-free can openers I reviewed last year. All right, here we go. Draft top, the can. Oh, I'm making a crackling sound now. Oh. It's gotta be right. Then you just push it in. Oh yeah. The one thing that I wanted to point out is that not a lot of people want to have their top in there floating in their beer. The draft top response says, well, you put your mouth in the can anyways. I don't like the top in the can. I'm not a fan of that. I understand that that might be a thing, but to me this is more aesthetically pleasing having nothing in there. You want to hear that kind of crackling sound. Now we push it in there. All right, I think I've almost got it. I'm just gonna use my finger. I don't like this. Why do I need that to push it in there? I'll just use my hand. Maybe that's why I need my hand. Come on, man. Now I know that the draft top is more for beer, but let's just see if it can open a can like this. It takes so much pressure to squeeze this thing. They say to not squeeze it too hard. I can't not squeeze it hard. Look at mangling the can. Look at this. Look at that. And the can's already open. All I have to do is just drink out of it. I think because this has a beveled edge, this is one of the cans they said doesn't work as well. Not that the other cans work that great to begin with. Smooth as silk, isn't it? I mean, you're supposed to do that. All right, there we go. I'm actually relieved that's the last can I'm opening. I really tried to like this, but I don't think it's something I'm going to continue to use, even as someone who does enjoy an occasional can or bottle of beer. So, you know, I did try, and I'll keep trying. But for now, I think the draft top's going to go into the boneyard back in Vegas. But I think that at some point, a lot of consumers are going to give up because it seems just much more difficult than pulling a tab and pouring it in a glass.